Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Max Talks Movies. And today, it's now a TV review once again here, and this is HBO's original series, Insecure, which season 4 just finished up tonight, only on HBO Go, and I watched this via HBO Max. Before I start, have you seen season 4 of Insecure? If you have, tell me in the comments section down below. If you haven't seen season 4, if you've seen seasons 1 through 3, are you interested in getting back into Insecure? Leave that in the comment section below. Before I start my non-spoiler review of season 4 of Insecure, I do want to let you specifics know here, guys, that if you have not seen Insecure at all, I will be giving away spoilers for seasons 1 through 3. So I highly recommend the show. Once you watch, if you want to watch 1 through 3 and then watch this review, or you want to watch all 4, and then when you're done watching Insecure, come back to this channel, do whatever you need to do, but that is what I'm going to say. So one more time, spoiler alert, if you've not seen seasons 1 through 3 of Insecure, you have been warned for spoilers for this review. So season 4 basically picks up as Issa Rae, who's in the lead role here as Issa, and she is in a mix. She's creating this block party throughout the season, and again, she's in a lot of love interest as well. Nathan is back in the picture this season. Lawrence is back in the picture this season. So there's a lot of things going for her as well. This is the kind of the first season where we get a deep dive into Molly, played by Yvonne Orji, who normally is the second lead, and she has been the second lead, but this is the most specific we've gotten into her life. This is the first season out of the 4 where she is in a pretty much a relationship for the entire season. Each season we kind of get her moving along with other guys, and she kind of gives up on their relationships here, but you can see that she's really trying to make this work with her boyfriend Andrew. So a lot's going on. Their friendship is pretty much now at the thin point here, as they're both are now kind of really growing into their own people now. Molly is taking her, for the first time, at least we've seen in this show, a relationship seriously, which is now affecting her friendship with Issa. That's really, really crucial here in the show. Also, Issa Rae has her own episode of the show, and Molly has her own episode of the show, which is also a very different thing that we've gotten so far from the show. So that's where the show kind of is. I'm going to go through my positives, the negatives. I'm going to give you my score for season 4. Remember, this is non-spoiler fashion. Season 4 of Insecure here. So my positive, the show, once again, the show is completely well acted and well written from across the board here. Once again, Issa, who I just reviewed here. If you haven't seen Issa Rae in The Lovebirds, or you have seen it, I have a review up for her Netflix movie on this channel. I'll post that next to my head by the end of the video. But Issa Rae is back here, and once again, she knocks out of the park with her performance. Now, I think in other seasons, she has given better performances, but once again, I really enjoy her every time she's on the screen. It was disappointing to see her not be in an episode. A lot of her energy always comes through the show, and you really feel like you're the most connected to her throughout the season. And once again, here she's going through a lot of things. She's interested in this block party, creating the block party for the African American community in Los Angeles, and that is really personal to her. But at the same time, she's going through a lot of thin relationships. Nathan obviously is back in town, so she's trying to figure out if he is the right person. Molly and her relationship goes really thin here. Not a great relationship in season 4. And also Lawrence is back in the picture, who's once again back interested in Issa. So that type of stuff. She's got a lot going in this season, as well as a lot more family stuff. Her brother is in the show a lot more. We get to see her mother now a lot more this season. And the way that her and her mother's relationship also really works this season. And once again, Issa Rae continues to be funny, continues to be entertaining and charming at the same time. So excited that, once again, she continues to stick on this show, no matter how famous she continues to get. Yvonne Orji as well probably gives her best performance of the entire show in season 4 here, because Molly's character gets a lot deeper here in season 4. The first 3 seasons, she kind of just felt like the friend that Issa needed for the first 3 seasons. But this show, she kind of stepped into her own person here. She has this new relationship, and she's really committed to it, which is now sacrificing her time with Issa, and that takes a toll on both our lead characters here. But she gets some really deep, there's a lot of deep racial confrontation with her and Andrew's family, who are Asian. Just those dynamics really work in the show as well. Also, her performance is really solid. Now, yes, I think in the first couple episodes, it kind of felt like the same thing for Molly's character, but the deeper we've gotten, especially the last, I would say 4 episodes, really nails on where Molly stands and who she needs in her life. That is the most crucial thing for both these characters. They try to figure out, they're really now looking for their future, which we haven't really seen before. They're both really just pure adults now and looking for their future and trying to surround themselves with their friends. And that comes at a cost, and sometimes it doesn't. And that is what the show as well. As I said, Lawrence is in the show, played by Jay Ellis, and he once again gives a really solid performance. He also directs an episode this season. Him and Issa Rae, once again, great chemistry in the show. He comes in now. I was kind of getting old of Lawrence in really parts of season 2 and really season 3. His character didn't feel particularly necessary just to be a fold into Issa Rae's friendship with her other friend. But he comes back here in a very meaningful way, and there's a huge twist on episode 10 that really shook me, and it's involving Lawrence and Issa, and it's a huge, huge plot twist, but I can't talk about it here on this non-spoiler review. But in general, he gets a good performance. Nathan as well. He has a lot of secrets to spill this season, and he felt very bland in season 3. This season, very in-depth as well about why he's still interested in Issa Rae. Once again, the show shows off from someone who lives in Los Angeles very well in the show. Once again, it really feels like a good Los Angeles show here. Very true to form. As well, it's very well written. You really care about most of the characters, and this time you really care about who Molly and Issa need to spend the rest of their lives with, in a way, who they are right to be around. And it gets very awkward at times, and there's a huge fight that everyone's been talking about, if you haven't seen spoilers of this season, that happens between these two, and it's really, really powerful. As well, it does set up a nice way, as the show has been officially renewed for season 5, and it definitely sets up a season 5. So definitely stay tuned for the end of episode 10 as well. So now I'll move into my negatives. Now, I do love the show, but this show did struggle in the early parts. I would say the first 2 to 3 episodes I didn't love, and I really didn't think were amazing episodes. I thought it was a good way to bring the cast back, and definitely the cast and the characters are very, very watchable. But the show struggled going down its old paths of our 2 leads keep finding different people. And for me, the love triangle stuff has kind of run its course here, especially here in season 4, where it's very prevalent. I wouldn't say love triangle, but multiple interests for both characters. And that's where I think that the show will have to come to an end on that way heading into a season 5, is that we have to keep this a lot simpler and stop to stop putting multiple men in the conversation for both characters here, because it's starting to get a little old. And you can definitely tell this in the beginning of season 4 as well. Molly seemed really annoying, I would say, in the first 2 episodes, because you're really caring about Issa, and the way Molly is acting is how you want her to be annoying. But at times, it was a little too annoying, and it wasn't because of the performance, because of the writing. Did not work for Molly in the first 2 episodes. Once she gets into that relationship with Andrew, her character completely gets a full 365, and it works much better here. Also, in general, the show, once again, is at times quite predictable in who is going to end up with who and how they connect with each other. Sometimes, in my opinion, the show at times kind of uses a lazy way to be cheap in its convenience for the characters. At times, the characters are just way too convenient. Something happens in Molly's episode at the end of the episode where someone who knows in the show, a very famous person in the show, comes back and has a conversation with her, and it felt way too convenient. As well, again, I didn't really love seeing Issa Rae and Molly have their own episodes. Yes, it was crucial because at the time, I'm not going to give a spoiler here, but they weren't on the same page at the time, so they needed their own episodes, which I understand. But in each episode, you were missing the other, which is a testament to the performances by Yvonne Orji and Issa Rae, that you need both of them for this show to work. And I think at times, in both those episodes, you needed the other character in there, more so in Molly's episode, because Issa Rae brings a lot of energy to the show. And once again, the convenience, some of the fights in here within these relationships are sometimes completely out of nowhere and don't make any sense why it's a huge fight, which again adds to the show. But for me, at times, it didn't feel as realistic as it needed to be. So in general, guys, season 4 of Insecure is a blast. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Now, 4 out of 5 is just ranking season 4. I really love the show. I think season 4, it's not the best season of Insecure, but still a pretty damn great season of television, especially comedic television. So I give it 4 out of 5. I give it an 82%. I think the show is extremely good, really funny. I think it was one of the less funny seasons, but still has the comedy in there. Has a lot more emotion to this season because our characters are really coming into their own people. And season 5, once again, has been officially renewed for Insecure. Hopefully, the coronavirus lets us open up for filming for Insecure. Hopefully, it would come out. Normally, it would come out a year from now. And hopefully, Issa Rae, and I actually think Yvonne Orji as well, should be considered, if we get an Emmys this year, should be considered for their really good performances this year in Insecure. Once again, guys, if you have seen season 4 of Insecure, tell me your thoughts on the season down below, and also tell me your overall thoughts. Do you love Insecure like I do? And tell me your ranking down below. Where do you rank these seasons? Also, let me know down below if you want me to rank the seasons of Insecure for a separate video, or go into a spoiler review of Insecure. Just talk spoilers. I don't really break it down like I just did. Just go in spoiler talk. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are interested. I will do it because I am listening to you guys. One thing, if you comment, I either give you a thumbs up or talk to you guys in the comment section down below. If you haven't already subscribed to Max Talks Movies, hit that subscribe button, hit that, and ring the bell for getting notified of all the newest content that I am putting on this YouTube channel. Getting a lot of support for this YouTube channel, and I really, really, really appreciate it. The next video here to come on Max Talks Movies, I have a Tuesday video, so I'll take a day off tomorrow, a Tuesday video, because I've been rewatching all of the Batman movies, all the movies that involve Batman. Tonight I am watching Justice League. I've seen all the movies, but I'm just rewatching them for a ranking. If you guys are interested in any rankings in particular, also leave that down below. But Tuesday, I'll be posting a full ranking of the 10 Batman live action movies. And that includes both Batman v Superman and Justice League. That will be a longer video because I'll be talking in depth about 10 movies. So definitely stay tuned for that. Also, we have a new Netflix movie coming to Netflix on Friday, and season 2 of The Politician comes out this Friday. I really love season 1. Once I finish binging season 2 of The Politician, that review should be coming up this upcoming weekend. That will also be here on Max Talks Movies. If you haven't already checked out my past videos, my last 2 videos were actually on Friday. I reviewed both Artemis Fowl on Disney Plus and The Five Bloods on Netflix. Both non-spoiler reviews. They're currently right now up on this channel. Popping up on my screen will be reviews for HBO Max itself, my latest TV show series, Love Life, which is an HBO Max show. And I'll also leave you a video for my Lovebirds review. If you haven't seen Issa Rae in that movie, I highly recommend it. I'll be putting that review as well right next to my face. And also hit that subscribe button that pops up. The more you guys support the channel, the better we build this community. Thanks for joining me on this season 4 non-spoiler review of HBO original series Insecure. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.